Many people from Haiti took to streets to protest against the new transportation taxes proposed by the government. Unions called the strike because of new proposed taxes on drivers' license, fuel and property, among other things. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres took an initiative to push all 193 member states to join a compact to prevent sexual abuse. His initiative came at a high-level meeting intended to demonstrate the UN's commitment to fight a scourge that has darkened the reputation of peacekeeping missions around the world.
It's a problem of the entire United Nations. Contrary to the informations that are spreading that this is a question related to our peacekeeping operations, it's necessary to say that the majority of the cases of sexual exploitation and abuse are done by the civilian organizations of the United Nations and not in peacekeeping operations.
US government officials and business leaders met in New York in the opening ceremony of Climate Week NYC 2017 to discuss efforts to reduce carbon emissions and create jobs following the administration of US President Donald Trump's decision to pull out of the Paris Agreement. They also discussed a range of commitments to meeting the Paris Agreement goals.
We need to send a message to the rest of the world we're there. The United States Climate Alliance, which Governor Brown, Governor Cuomo, and myself helped form, now represents about 40% of the United States economy. We would be the third largest economy in the world if we were one country. I'm not suggesting that. That would be a constitutional crisis.
10 years ago, Hawaii was the most dependent community on the planet, importing 90% of our fossil fuels for electricity. 2 years ago, we embraced the goal of 100% renewable energy for electricity generation because we wanted to transform our economy.
We're now able to map the carbon footprint of our total supply chain, and it has the footprint equal to a country the size of Panama. And that's significant, and we bear a responsibility for that.
Like all the optimism around here, so that's good. But I don't want to minimize the steep hill that we have to climb. Decarbonizing the economy when the economy depends so totally on carbon is not child's play.
As international pressure mounted on the Kurds to postpone a looming referendum on independence, British Defence Secretary Michael Fallon met Iraqi Kurdish leaders in Erbil. The British government supported a US proposal to the Kurds that would have postponed the highly contentious poll, but this was rejected by Erbil. 2 days after a no-confidence vote by the opposition-led Congress forced the entire cabinet to resign, Peruvian president appointed a former economy minister as his new prime minister. Mercedes Araúz, who is also a lawmaker and one of Peru's 2 vice presidents, is the new chief minister in a reconstituted cabinet.